Hi, and welcome to my new program, ChessOpeningMastery.com. It's a data-driven approach to helping you navigate your way through the opening phase. First, among its many features, is its ability to enable you to focus on the moves that you'll actually be seeing. So let's jump right in. If you look at the middle of the screen, you'll see that there's a list of all the moves that are available at this point. And the second column is set at 100%. And why is that? Because you're playing white. And it's totally immaterial how many games have actually played those moves. It's your move. So 100% of the games you play will have that move. I'm interested in queen openings. Let's move the d pawn up to d4. And now the move list has been replaced by black's choices. So as you can see, when I play d4, half the time I can expect to see d5, and 18% of the time I can expect to see knight f6, and so forth down the line. What I find interesting is that almost 5% of the time, people will play e5. So let's play this out a little bit. Let's go ahead and do d5. And now all of white's moves are now at 50%. And why is that? Because you're free to choose any move you want. And you will be at that board position shown half the time. You could pick c4, you could pick e4, whatever you feel like, you can play, and that will be the board position that you'll see half the time. I don't have a problem with the Queen's Gambit, so I'll go ahead and play that. The Queen's Gambit accepted is actually slightly more popular than the Queen's Gambit declined. Let's play a few more moves out. Let's go ahead and do the declined and bring out the knight to c4. And we'll play a few more of the popular ones. And again, as you can see, 7% of the time we're at this board position. We're now down to 3.5% for the bishop to e7, and 1% is to the bishop to b4. And as I mentioned up front, we had the e5 move that was at 5%. That actually will show up more often than these choices. And what I'm going to suggest you do is to think about a minimum percentage that you want to concern yourself with. I'm interested in games that I would see maybe 1 in every 50. That would be 2%. So for right now, I'm not going to worry about any move sequence that drops below 2%. As I get more comfortable and learn them and decide that d4 is what I'm going to play, then I could ratchet down my minimum to 1.5%, or even down to 1%, which would be 1 game in 100. So let's quickly look at this from black's perspective. We can rewind and click on options to set the range filter, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and also the color we're going to play. So let's play black. Now all of a sudden the percentages are no longer 100 each. And why is that? Because we're black and we are responding to the moves that white makes. So 65% of the time, we as black will be seeing e4. A quarter of the time, basically, we'll be seeing d4, and it quickly drops off from there. So let's play a few moves to see what this looks like from black's perspective on the percentage front. So let's go ahead and move the d4. Since white only plays d4 about a quarter of the time, when we sit down at the board, we're only going to see the board that's shown on the screen 23% of the time. And since we are now free to make whatever move we want, all of the percentages show the 23%. And I'm personally interested in the knight to f6 line, so I'll move that to f6. So in 10% of the games that I would play, I would now be expecting white to play c4. A little bit less than 5% of the time, I would expect white to bring the bishop out. Now let's talk about another unique feature of Chess Opening Mastery, and that is its game collection. Did you know that when you play somebody 50 points higher than you, they're expected to win 56% of the time, and you're only expected to win 44% of the time? That difference is larger than any opening combination that you will find in the literature. So what I've done is something unique. I have taken the Lichess Rapid games, which are the little bit slower games, and I felt gave more credibility to the results. And I have broken them up into 50-point rating buckets. And I have only included games where white and black are in the same bucket. So while it says up here on the screen, it's the rating range of 1700 to 1799, it's actually combining two rating buckets. People that are both in 1700 to 1749 and in 1750 to 1799. This keeps it head to head. So this video is about the percentages and how you can use that to focus on the moves that you'll actually be seeing. The next video will be on the bar chart and how it gives you insight into the middle game. Thank you for watching,